Before we begin constructing a web report, let's begin with an overview of the web report editor interface. There are 6 areas of this interface. On the top left, we have a drop-down menu. Here's where we can log in, log out of the report editor. We can go to the dashboard of the other published reports. We can open the source project for a report, open another report to edit. We can save our work, share a report, and other tasks. At the top in the middle is the report header. This is an area that contains the report name, which you can change in either the report editor or in the analytical client. To edit the name of the report, we simply click on it and begin typing our new name. On the left is the list of settings and controls divided up into 6 subpanels. These controls allow you to view and modify the content and style of your report. In the middle is the canvas, which is the main working area in the report editor. It's in here that we add and arrange the components of our web report. At the bottom left is the publication panel. This area is where you can publish reports, open a published report, and manage existing publications. At the bottom on the right here is the sheet panel. You can use this area to add new sheets or configure your sheets or switch between the tabs. We will now go over how to create a web report in the report editor. Currently, we only have one sheet in the report that is named main. We can see this also here up on the Sheets tab. There is just one sheet here. We can also see here in our Imported Nodes tab that there are just 2 nodes imported. If we want to add more nodes, we could switch back to the project in the analytical client interface. We can do this by selecting the Open Project option. Or we can add new nodes directly from the report editor by just clicking the plus sign over here. When we do that, we can now see a list of the other project nodes that we could add to our report. So all we need to do is select the node we wish to add, and then click Add Report. When you right-click on a node, you can open up several options. You can choose to show your node in the project. This can be very useful if you want to verify that it's the node that you wanted to add. And you can remove nodes from the list that you no longer need for your report. These changes that you make in the report editor here sync across the project, so you'll see the changes when viewing the report organizer in the analytical client. Likewise, if you change the name or the settings of a node in the analytical client, those changes will show up in the report editor interface also. Let's now start moving components into the canvas. To do this, we can left-click and drag the object we want to move into the canvas. Then we release the mouse to place it. We can add another object by doing the same thing. Some objects can be added as different types of components. For example, the topics by sentiment chart can be added as either a chart or a dashboard. We'll choose to add it as a chart. And we can place it wherever we wish to place it. We can place it like this, on the top, the bottom, over to the right. So we'll place it over here. We can also choose to move components that are already on the page by clicking on the top gray area tab and moving them to where we want on our canvas. Click and move. We can also source objects for our report from the widget panel on the left. For example, let's add a text box. We can move this component anywhere we wish. We can adjust. We can also drag the borders to change the width and height. Now, if we want to remove an object that we've placed, we either click at the top to reveal a option to delete the component, or we sometimes need to just click and select the delete option. And then the other objects on the page will readjust automatically to fill the space. Now, because the report editor is only the template of our report, we'll need to publish it in order to interact with it and share it with others. When we're ready to publish, all we need to do is to click the publish icon, this little rocket, and then this creates a published report. We can click on the name to access the publication. In the publication view, we can interact with our report and view the results. And to go back to edit the report, we can switch back to the Report Editor tab in the browser window, like so. Or if we don't have our tabs, we can just select this option from the menu to go back and edit the report.